What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. Today's video is going to be a demonstration in how to be a master coonarian. All right, because you got some coonarians, they like white belts, right? They don't know how to control their emotions. They don't know what to say. You know, they're amateurs, amateur coonarians, right? But we do have some professional, seasoned coonarians. I'm talking about some master coonarians, right? They got all the bases covered. Because, you know, coonarians, their job is to talk shit about black people, right? Belittle black people. Their job is also to perpetuate the stereotypes that white people believe about black people, right? Because they got to keep that going. Also, their job is to make white people feel okay about their history, you know, the transatlantic slave trade. They're also there to reinforce evangelical, right-wing Christian ideology, right? That's what they're there for. So to be a coonarian, you gotta, most coonarians they will call themselves Christian. Now keep in mind, most coonarians, the professional coonarians, they don't really believe it. It's for pay. It's a grift. You almost can't believe it to spew it out. Like, cause you almost, like, for instance, people who study religion, they're not usually religious because they study it and they understand it's all made up. You know, it's all man-made. It's mythology, right? That's why Christianity, Islam, the belief of Zeus and all that, that's all mythology. So we call all the previous religions mythology, but somehow we separate that from the religion that we practice now. These religions that we practice now are mythology, just like, you know, Apollo. People used to believe in Apollo just as much as in Jesus. People used to believe in Zeus and all that, just like they believed in Jesus and all that. Like they had demigods and we got angels. Like literally it's the same shit, just remixed and whatever. But anyway, I'm gonna show you a master coonarian. This dude, first of all, the guy, he says ridiculous shit, but he knows what he's doing and he has full control of his emotions. You can't trigger him. There's nothing you can say to get him off his frame. You almost gotta respect the game. With this coonarian, all other coonarians need to take note, because I've noted there's some coonarians that can't control their emotions. Right? They expose themselves when they can't control their emotions. They talk too fast and they babble and they don't form their words correctly and they just kind of slip up on the coonarian, the art of coonarian. You know, they can't do it. But this guy right here is a master coonarian. All right, and I know you all heard about him, so I'm not even gonna say his name. I want you to just watch and listen to the ridiculous shit he's gonna say. And I want you to notice he covers all his bases. This is the only thing you have to do as a coonarian. All you have to do is repeat, rinse, reuse, repeat, rinse, reuse. It doesn't require a lot of intelligence to do the coonarian talking points, you know, but it takes intelligence to be able to do it with style, to be able to do it as stoically, to be able to do it without having people get you out of your pocket, to get you in your feelings. When you gotta have full control of your emotions, you don't care what anybody says, because when you're a coonarian, you're a master coonarian, you don't care that people call you a coon. Because you don't care, because you're getting paid, all right? You're getting that Clarence Thomas type money, all right? Now, he's a master coonarian. Clarence Thomas is a master coonarian. You know, he's one of the top, but this other guy I'm about to show you, he's one of the best ones, right? But anyway, that's all I got to say. This is Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach them. I'm out.
So here's a video that I came across on YouTube from my good friend Rick Storm, who I'll be tagging in this. What's going on, brother? It's of Jason Whitlock. Now, I want you to listen to what he says, and then we're going to go talk about reality. Okay? Listen to this.
It was all just sexism, and we didn't have the right to vote until Susan B. Anthony and the women's suffrage movement. And I will defend life before suffrage, because a vote used to represent the family. When we were a culture that really valued family and really understood the natural order that God intended, man serving God, woman following man who serves God, man and woman developing and nurturing children.
So while Jason Whitlock stands on the Turning Point USA stage talking all this family values bullshit, man serve God. Woman serve man who serve God. Woman and man get together and nurturing children. Family values. Jason Whitlock is the product of a single mother. His father was a gambling addict, and his father and his mother divorced when Jason was 8 years old. Oh, I'm sorry. I must be making all of this up, right? Hold on. Jason Lee Whitlock was born in Indianapolis, Indiana on April 27, 1967 to James and Joyce Whitlock. Growing up was not peaceful for him, his father always betting instead of being at home with his family. His parents having divorced after 8 years of marriage, Jason has a brother who was named after their father, James. Family values. This is what I didn't understand about any of their bullshit. Any of it. So a vote used to represent family. Since when? Since when? A vote used to be your voice. It was supposed to be the illusion of choice in that. And then he goes into this idea that, well, because women got the right to vote, somehow that's a bad thing. You know, no democracy works if everybody isn't involved in it. What the hell do you think we've been fighting for since the founding of the Republic? A more perfect union, you toupee wearing some bitch. And the fact that Jason did not live any of this. None of it. Do you understand? This is a facade. How in the hell are you sitting here trying to talk about the family and family values and man serve God, woman serve man, they raise children together? You didn't have that. Your father was a gambling addict that left after 8 years of fucking marriage. The fuck? Understand, the reason I say that is because as much as I love my father, and don't misunderstand, I love and miss my old man. But facts are facts. He wasn't in the house. He left when I was 11 years old. He came back when I was 15. He was never a presence in my house after that. When he left when I was 11, he was never a presence in my house. Like I see him every single day. No. The person who created the man that I am today is my mother. And she did it with the assistance of my older sister, raising 4 little ones. It's as simple as that, bruh. So my family values are going to be a hell of a lot different than this motherfucker's. But we both had the same background. You see what I'm saying? I'm not sitting there trying to tell people that you have to live my damn family values. No. I will never stand on the stage and tell somebody the way, oh, you have 2 mommies, or you can't have family values, or you have 2 daddies, or you can't have family values. The fuck kind of shit is that? That biblical bullshit has to stop, man. Families are more than blood, which means family values are more than biblical bullshit. I've created a family of my own. A blended family. I walked in with 4 kids. My wife walked in with 4 kids. We have 8 kids together. I don't say I got 4. We got 8 kids. We got 8 kids. She says the same thing. We have a multitude of grandchildren. My family values include trans people. It includes Caucasian people. It includes Republicans. It includes non-binary people. And when I vote, I do vote for my family, all of them. And I don't vote based on some mischaracterization of what family values are. Because if we really want to get real, if you want to talk family values in the Bible, there's going to be some disgusting ass conversations. Because according to the Bible, a family value is Oh, I think your wife is hot. Here, go fight in that war and get your head blown off so I can have your wife. According to the Bible, family values is, I am the smartest man in the world. Therefore, I deserve to have 700 wives, 300 side chicks, and some random trim that I can get my hands on anytime soon. The fuck? If you want to go there, let's go there. Don't go there at all then. This idea that the only people that should vote are men is bullshit. Where the fuck did they do this at? How do you have a functioning participation democracy when we want to restrict the rights of certain people from fucking voting? What? Black folk deserve the right to vote. People in marginalized communities deserve the right to vote. Women deserve the right to vote. Jason. And don't misunderstand me, y'all. Jason is doing all of this as an unmarried man with low self-esteem. It's as simple as that. He has found a niche. He has. Because when his ass was a sports writer in Kansas City, he was bald. He was as bald as I am. Then he discovered Hair Club for Men. Now he's walking around here with this, fucking black hat on his head. That motherfucker's got the greatest felt fedora I've ever seen in my damn life because he used to wear fedoras. Then he just said, fuck it, I'll just buy one and put it on my head. Everything about this man is fake. So why the hell would you listen to his talk about family values? Fuck that. Here's some reality. Wherever you are in life, if you are a single dad, a single mom, 2 mommies, 2 daddies, a trans mommy, a trans daddy, whatever, you have your own family values, and they are absolutely needed. Everyone should be afforded the right to live life as they choose. And this idea of nurturing children, y'all don't give a shit about kids. You give a shit about them in the womb. As soon as they get out of here, fuck them. So Jason's whole fucking act is an act. That whole fucking speech was bullshit. Like, bro, who you fooling, bruh? Like, you can't sell certain people bullshit. They know the prices. And then you come off with this fucking conservative right. Bruh, you haven't lived this life. But that's what conservatives do. They talk out of both sides of their fucking neck. They try to purport the family values. Meanwhile, dad's having a fucking affair with his secretary and mom's taking Valium to sleep forever. If you don't shut your silly ass up, take that shit off your damn head. Apparently it's fucking up your damn brain functions, you simple motherfucker.
Tucker, I don't say this with pride. I really don't. I'm just being factual. I've never voted. And so I'm not saying that with pride. I'm hardcore MAGA tonight. I will be voting. I am hardcore MAGA. I've never voted. I did, I observed Trump. I'm somewhat supportive of Trump, but they have made me MAGA. And they have made me ready for whatever is next because what they are building for young people, I can't sit by and just let it happen without raising my voice and without being willing to sacrifice whatever so that kids don't live in a communist Marxist society. These people that think the government is going to take care of them don't understand history, that they've never studied history. They don't understand how tyrannical a government is. If they have their way, if they have their way, we're all catching hell except for the elites. And yes, I have a very good bank account and perhaps I'm an elite, but my heart is working class. My parents were factory workers. I came from nothing in this country. I'm black. They're telling everybody, black kid, oh, you can't come from nothing and make it in this country. That's bullshit. This country is the greatest country in the history of the planet. It's the safest, most prosperous, place for black people and all people. That's why people are beating down the doors to get here. And they've demonized the whole thing, and they've turned Trump into this devilish Luciferian character when they are the devils. They're the ones that don't believe in God. When I went to go see the movie The Woman King, that was one of the major takeaways I had, is they just put together a movie that covers up the fact and diminishes the fact that there would be no African slave trade if Africans didn't capture, enslave, and then sell off the extras, the slaves they didn't need. They sold them off. We pretend like, oh man, if it wasn't for these evil Europeans, there would be no African slave trade. There would be no Africans enslaved. That's a joke and a lie. Africans enslaved each other. And then the extras, to turn a profit, they sold to Europeans or whoever came over to Africa to buy them. Those are the facts.